There we are. All right. Let me shut off the background noise I got running right here.
All right.
Yeah, we're live. We're live, John. Watch the
Okay.
language, buddy.
All right.
Yeah. You got your pants on?
Well, they can't tell.
You can't tell.
I had to look. I wasn't sure.
There you go.
Yeah.
Same old John.
That's it. I mean, why change? Don't go changing.
Don't go. Yeah. We're just breaking out all the songs right now.
I know.
Oh, so
I just watched that Billy Joel documentary. So
how was it?
It was actually great.
Really?
If you're a fan at all, like
Billy Joel?
That's what I'm saying. But if you're a fan at all, I can't recommend it enough because it goes into there are so many things that I did not realize about his songwriting. Like I had no idea how autobiographical almost every single song he's written is. Like you think they're just songs. But when he starts relating all these songs to whatever was going on in his life at that particular time, you're like, oh my God, like every one of these songs is about him or something he's going through. And I mean, which is, I guess, not that much different from most songwriters. But, whoever wrote like One-Eyed, One-Horn, Flying Purple People Eater, like he didn't see that out his window. Like that's not autobiographical, right? So
it could be, but there might have been some enhancements going on. There might have
been some cookies or something going on.
Yeah.
It was written in the 60s, I think.
Artists have been known to dabble.
Yeah. But yeah, and it just so many things. And I've been a fan, my whole life. And there's so many things that I didn't know or realize that, I really, really enjoyed it. So when you get a chance, I mean, it's about 4 hours long. It's pretty long.
Oh,
but it's worth checking out. So for everybody out there, there's a free one for you.
There's a free one. Yeah, all the others we're going to charge you.
Yeah. You get that one. You get that one for free.
Yeah, you get that one free. There you go. What was the other? Oh, what I was going to say is, did you ever watch the Springsteen on Broadway?
I've seen parts of it. I've seen some of it, but I've never sat down and watched the whole thing. So I need to do that one of these days. Yeah. I know you've seen all that live about 900 times, but
yeah. It's
I asked you about it. Remember, I asked you about it when it first came out, and you're like, I don't have any need to watch that.
Yeah, no,
I've lived it.
Yeah, it was. But there was one thing in there that he talks about. He's when they went from Jersey, I'll summarize. They went from Jersey to California, and he tells the story. He's like, him and the band, it's 2 cars. They separate. They lost each other in the middle of the country. And he's like, for you young people out there, we didn't have cell phones to be able to call you. So you didn't know. I forget which other band member he was with at the time, but he didn't even know how to drive. He didn't know how to drive stick. He didn't know how to drive. And he's driving across country. And he's like, the guy he was with had to teach him. And this wasn't like at the beginning. I think this was after Born to Run. It might have been like During the River or something like that. It was like right after, because he had his legal issues and stuff like that. He had to sue his agent.
Right.
But he's like, yes. He's like, that's right. He goes, I was driving across country. And he goes, I'd already written like Racing in the Street and, all these other songs, these car songs, right? And he goes, because, I'm that good. Because he doesn't know how to drive a car, but he could write about it, and he could write about stuff like that. And it's his songwriting. That's what made me think, like when you said Billy Joel is like, everything's very personal and stuff but Springsteen could write to the common man, even at the time he's not anymore. But he could even relate
about experiences he hadn't actually had. Yeah. Pretty hard to do.
Yeah. So like growing up, his song Growing Up, that I'm sure, that's autobiographical, but Billy Joel growing up, speaking of growing up, listening to him growing up. Oh my God. Yeah. I just didn't have the time to listen to it, but yeah, that sounds good. 4 hours.
It's really good.
Yeah. He's awesome. Is he still playing MSG?
No, that ended a few years back.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the only one to have a standing thing. Like, what was it? So many times a month or something
almost
like that?
A decade. I think it was once a month, every month for like 10 years straight, I think, without missing a month. which is insane.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And sold it out every time.
Yeah.
Not,
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. People do that at Vegas. They'll do stuff like that at Vegas, but sometimes smaller venue, and it's Vegas. But at MSG, that's crazy. So, what else? What you got for this? What do you have for this week? I haven't looked in the.
Oh, I've got a few movies. Some good, some less good, but
less good.
We will talk about them. There should be a couple of 2 or 3 of them in there.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Where are you? Okay, yeah, we got that one. That's not you. Let me see. Yeah, we'll see. Can you see any of these here?
I don't see any of them on the bottom of the thing at all.
Oh, I haven't pulled it up yet. That's why you can't see anything. See how it's like, yeah, that's funny. Share screen. Entire screen. Boom. Boom. There we go.
There we go. I can't tell which ones are. Well, I think the third one on the top is.
Oh, you did this one. That's the DAWN.
And then second row, the third one and the fifth one, if I'm looking right, I think are all fine.
Beast. Oh, that's already in. Yeah. All right. That's good. Yeah. So let's see. What else do we got? I got not a question per se. Topic. It was really good. We'll save it for the other side. But I got a topic from a listener about a podcast I listened to earlier. He forwarded it to me. We'll talk about that in a little bit, which was pretty cool. And maybe we'll do some reminiscing since this is the last one.
Last one for a little bit, yeah.
Last one for you. For
a little bit. That's what I'm saying. For a little bit, at least 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
We'll like I said, we'll see what happens after that. But
yeah. And last time in the studio under the stairs.
Yeah. So
going out with a bang. I almost was going to wear my comics, Brightside Comics.
That's the one I usually wear every week, actually, because I like the black more than the dark blue. But I wore
this one is black, actually. It's
mine's
one of the
blue,
black t-shirts.
I wore this one today because it was my last show.
There you go.
I wanted to represent.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this is this one actually is black. I don't know why I bought it in black. It's an older one, but this one's in black. But yeah, I have the sweatshirt, one of the original sweatshirts, the comic sweatshirts up there. But last show from this location.
Yeah.
So
end of an era.
End of an era. Yeah, you and I started in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually, the first ones we recorded, I was sitting in the theater.
I was going to say you weren't here under the stairs right away.
Not right away.
Pretty quickly you were, but
yeah, it just was more practical.
Yeah, within the first year, I think.
Well, because
we weren't on video, so I was sitting at my kitchen table.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah. And then once you realize, like when you first start out, you think it's going to be simple and you just, we'll just set this up. I'll just set it up every week. And there's so much, once we get going, there's so much to it. And you're like,
do that. But yeah, I was just using my laptop and a mic at the kitchen table. So
yeah, you just plug it in and the old, clap on, clap off.
Audacity.
Oh God. But yeah, so we did that. And then I eventually set up in here just so it's out of the way and nobody would bother it. Right. And, that's where it's at. You and I actually recorded from here, sitting at a table.
We did.
Inside this little tiny closet. It's literally a closet.
Face-to-face podcast.
Yep. Audio only. Only went out as audio only. But yeah. So hopefully in the new house, I'll have a real studio where we can definitely do some in-person stuff. So that'll be cool. But dream big.
One of these days I'll get back up there.
Yeah. It's been, you were up. That was 2019 when you were up here. 2018 I was down there. In 2019 you were. Yeah. So, all right. You ready to get into the show?
Hey, yeah, I am.
All right. Let's not end stream, and we will Let's get now. See, they redid everything again. I don't know where.
We are Brightside Home Theater.
Hey, home theater nerds, welcome to the Brightside Home Theater Podcast, the multi-award-winning home theater podcast that's all about the experiences, the sights,
the sounds,
the scenes.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
The multi-award-winning scenes.
Multi-award. Yeah, I got to get that recorded.
If he were here live.
So, yeah, if he were here live.
If he were here live. I mean, he is live somewhere, but
somewhere,
not
just
here.
not here. He's not handy. He's not handy. So yeah, Steve is on holiday.
Yeah,
as they say.
On holiday.
Holiday,
as they say across the pond.
Yeah, and his internet's so bad he can't even get YouTube. He said.
Yeah,
he was texting. He's like, I can't even get it wherever he is. They've blocked you. Their Wi-Fi won't allow YouTube through.
Oh my God!
It's like, what? Like, how does that work? Like, you can't know. You go wherever you're on vacation, you can't even.
That's fascism, YouTube. Steve. Watch out.
Yeah, look out. I don't know where he is, but where in the world he is. It's like Waldo.
Yeah, Carmen Sandiego.
Yep. So Steve is on excursion, holiday, whatever you want to call it. So he's gone for the week. But he will be back next week, and he is piling up the movies.
Yeah, he'll have like a whole show just to himself.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just kick back and be like, what's the next one, Steve? Go.
Well, you won't really have time to watch anything anyway, so it'll work out.
Oh, no. I got a big one I definitely want to watch, of. I'll talk about it at the end of the show. I've already caught glimpses of it. It's one we've been begging for a long time, and that's why I sent you guys the picture this morning. I was like,
interesting. I was happy to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't wait to do some A-Bing of that, but we'll save that for the end of the show. We're listening right now. Hang on a second. Hang on a second here. Talks amongst yourselves. Oh, wait, it's just you.
Yeah. Well, John.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's not like you haven't done that before.
I mean, I do it frequently. I'm here alone a lot.
Yeah. Oh, this is good. Yeah. So,
I do have a bit of a thought/rant, I guess, if I have to.
You do? Yeah. All right.
So, we know
coming in hot.
Master and Commander released on Steelbook last week.
Okay.
And, it has already since sold out everywhere and is being sold for multitudes above retail. Mm-hmm. And this is a trend that we've seen recently with a lot of movies we've been waiting for, like Kingdom of Heaven and Tombstone and Knight's Tale. And these things that are coming out with pretty limited Steelbook releases and are not available and are very expensive to buy. So, why do we think that we are starting to go the route of making these things not accessible to everybody that wants them? You know what I'm saying? Movies shouldn't be I get that the Steelbook case is a collector's item or whatever, but these things are not being released in standard editions. They're pretty much only getting Steelbooks, and they're not printing to demand, and they're selling for multitudes above retail. So, good for the hobby, bad for the hobby, frustrating. We all know I'm the guy that doesn't pre-order. I wait for the sale on Amazon. And I look to buy my things at a bit of a discount. But that's not the option with some of these things. I might never own Tombstone or Master and Commander or these movies that I want because I'm not going to pay $100 for it, $150 for them. So I guess not having any inside information, do you think that these are things we'll see a year from now with a standard case release, or are these things gone in the wind? And, you know, that's the reason to buy a Kaleidescape, because,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, because it's frustrating. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you know, I've kind of been tracking Tombstone and some of these other ones, and like, you just can't get them. So,
Yeah.
um,
That is one of the nice things about the Kaleidoscape is anything like that any of the popular titles put out by the studios, that is, okay, because sometimes, you know, when it comes out by Arrow or any other
right.
boutiques,
These aren't
go to
boutique
Kaleidoscape right
releases.
away. Right.
These are like studio releases.
Yep. But like Tombstone dropped same time as the physical release on Kaleidoscape, and you're right. It's like, yeah, there you go. You got your copy, and it's typically cheaper too, because you're not paying. I mean, it's even cheaper than when you buy the standard version.
Right, because even at retail, the Steelbook, these things are $50 to $55.
Right.
There's a lot of money to expect somebody to pay for a movie, you know?
Well, I think that's the sign of the way it's going, though. It's like, this is the market. It's if you want the 4K, you're going to pay a premium for it. And it's starting to go the way of the Laserdisc. You know, Laserdiscs back then were $40-$50 on average, because it was such a small market. So they need to, you know, make that money somehow to put these out. I mean, it's not cheap to make the discs, so they have to recoup what they're doing. And it sounds like what you said. I wrote a thing. Oh, hang on, see if this works.
Well, but I would. This goes back to our chat argument all the time with comics and variant covers and things like that. Like, if I'm Warner's and I want to put Tombstone on disc and I need to make X amount of dollars, does it not benefit me to sell thousands of them at $29.99 or sell 300 of them at $55.99? You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, it's the same thing with comics and these crazy priced variant covers and things. Like,
all right, let's see.
Putting these things out to
are you there?
Oh, I'm here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I don't think John can hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear
cool.
John?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear you guys. It's weird stereo though.
It is.
Like I could hear you, one of you in one ear and the other in the other.
Oh wow.
But does it not benefit them to make these things as widely available as possible? I mean, it cost Warner's the same amount of money to produce Tombstone, right? To put it on disc. They get more money if everybody can buy it, as opposed to if only certain amounts of people can buy it. So, like, does it not benefit them? And again, then it also kind of going back to the comic book thing. If it comes out for $55 and then it starts selling at $100, Warner's doesn't see that extra.
They don't see the trading money.
So they didn't benefit either way by the higher pricing. So it just seems to me that it's it's against what they're trying to accomplish. If they're trying to recoup money and keep the format interesting and alive for people. Because once you start making things harder for people to get, that's when they're all going to Netflix, you know, and that's going to be that. So I think it's a bad thing for physical media. And it's not every release, don't get me wrong. I mean, most of although again, now the trend is also, let's take a new studio release. Let's only put it out on Blu-ray, make everybody buy it. And then a year from now, we'll put it out on 4K. And then see if everybody wants to buy that again. So I don't know that any of these things are good for a hobby that's a niche, that's niche anyways. And we're making it more niche and more restrictive. So
but
that's my rant. That's my little rant for today.
Did you get all that, Steve? So we have Steve on the line.
Can you hear me, guys?
We can.
Yeah, and doesn't this sound a little bit, Steve? Doesn't this sound a little bit like the article you had out on Twitter?
It does. And, it does. It's exactly what it does. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But It's kind of, yeah, sure. And if I sort of briefly explain what that is, that the article was about someone who was well, the article was Rolling Stone, wasn't it? I think each,
Yes.
and it was saying that essentially the streaming services are their viewership's declining, or their interest in them is declining, and people are starting to now collect physical media again. But the particular people interviewed in the article was saying they've taken up collecting VHS.
Yeah.
And one of them in particular said, "Oh, my favorite movies are Rush Hour 1 and 2." Yeah. And something else. I can't remember what the third film was. And
Fifth
in order
Element.
hey, it's not that bad. In order to kind of preserve the viewability of these films, she's taken to buying them on VHS. And I just couldn't figure out why someone that really wants to have the movie would be buying it on VHS, because every time you watch it, it gets worse.
Right.
It deteriorates, doesn't it? Not just the movie, the quality of
Yeah.
the actual, the thing itself, the tape itself is deteriorating. So I was struggling to understand why you do that and not buy it on digital disc, as it were,
Right.
which of course keeps going forever, theoretically.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's it was a strange article. On the one hand, very physical media friendly, but on the other hand, sort of not really tub thumping for the best that physical media has to offer.
Right.
Well, I think the other thing is, I think maybe people are collecting VHS, but not necessarily using that as their medium to watch them, but it's more of a collector's item.
Yeah, it could be.
Like, I mean, Mikey Schramm has bought a few Laserdiscs as decoration. He's never even seen a Laserdisc play, but he knows it's part of the history. That's part of what, that was part of my response, and that's what people are going to collect what they want to collect. And I think like what John's talking about is like, the price is going up, but it's funny because it's the market dictates the prices, it's not usually the other way around. Like, they want to sell these things, they want to make money, but if the money isn't there, they have to, if people aren't buying it in mass, then they have to generate the money in other ways, which is usually the rising cost. So how do we do that? Well, we make it, like I said in my response, like what Disney used to do, where they take it out of the vault for a short amount of time, which sounds a lot like what's going on right now with these Steelbook releases. They're making them limited edition. They could sell it at a premium, and then collectors can, if you want it, you've got to get it that day, and it creates that buzz. And then the studio knows that when we put this out, they're going to sell out. So they're getting their bank right away. It's almost like a guarantee. And then, if somebody goes in and buys 10 of them and then marks them up and sells them online, that's up to them. So that means it's like everything else that's collectible. It's like, if you want your copy, be there on that day. And that's the way the market's going, because the studios can't depend on releasing a basic disc, a 4K disc, and just depend on the masses showing up, because sometimes they don't, even though, even like in John's case, a lot of people, all right, it's been released. Well, it didn't sell. So you're waiting for it to be in the bargain bin. But meanwhile, once it goes to the bargain bin, that means the studio's like, well, that movie didn't sell very well. So that's a negative in the studio's eyes. Right? Whereas if they put out a limited edition Steelbook, they know it's going to sell right away. It's never making it to the bargain bin, but the studio got all their money that they were counting on. And it's, it's business.
Do you think? I'd love to know more about the home video economic model, like when the studios get their money, when they get paid, because I don't know for sure, but presumably when they sell it through, so when they sell it to the wholesalers, because they don't sell direct to retailers, so when they sell it to the wholesalers, they get their money, presumably. The wholesalers then sell that on to the retailers, and they then get their money, and then it's for the retailers to mess around with their margins, I would have imagined. So when it's in the bargain bin, the studios don't care, I wouldn't have thought, because they've already got their money.
It's the retailer that's losing. It's not necessarily
but then,
the studio.
Yeah, but then presumably though, then if the retailer then has to squeeze their margins by putting it in the bargain bin, that filters back to the wholesalers because they won't buy so much next time, which then filters back to the studios. So I mean, I don't know if that is the economic model. Maybe John Thompson can help us with that, but that's how it works with every other retail thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you would imagine it would be the same for that, but yeah, I
think
I
it's
don't know. I
similar.
must admit.
Again, not to keep going back to the comics, but I mean, like comics, like let's say Marvel Comics is printing the next issue of Spider-Man, right? Those orders are put in by the wholesalers, and Marvel prints to that demand, and that's it. The wholesalers then sell to the retailers. If the wholesaler doesn't sell every copy to a retailer, they get stuck with them and they'll mark them down and sell them to the retailer for cheap. But 90% of the cases, they all get bought by the retailers, and then they're the ones left holding the bag for whatever doesn't sell. Marvel never loses anything because they only printed what they already knew they were selling. So they don't care what happens after that. Now, like you said, there is a trickle-down effect to where subsequent issues will sell less and less if people aren't buying them, but they never get left holding the bag. It's always either the distributor or the retailers. So I think it's probably not that much different for movies. You know, Amazon says, I want 1 million copies of this. Warner's prints it for them. That's it. Whatever Amazon does with it after that, they don't care. So,
I wonder if it is that, because bearing in mind that, again, the weird thing about physical media is the production plants, of course, are restricting, aren't they? They're closing left, right, and center. There's, this is one of the worries about the tariffs, because a lot of the printed physical media is done in Mexico, isn't it? I mean, I read that somewhere. That's probably nonsense, but I'm sure I read that somewhere. Yeah. In which case, I suppose you can't if you've only got one place that's replicating for all the studios and all the different kind of retailers, all the different studios that are putting out this physical media. I wonder if it's as malleable as, oh yeah, that's okay, we'll have 1,000, please, Mr. Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers ring the replicating plant and go, yeah, that's 1,000 this week. Or whether the replicating plant are like, are you kidding me? We're 18 months back, backlog. So, you'll have what we can do.
Right. Is it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
What about the, go in the other direction, devil's advocate or what have you? What if they're actually slowly doing away with it?
Well, it could be.
This is the way it's going to be. And like coming down the road, it's, because like you said, John, it's, I mean, we all know this is a niche, market, very ridiculously niche, and it's, so if they do away with it, how many people are going to be upset? And there will always be a way to find, if you really want the best possible quality picture and sound, there will be a way, but it's going to cost you, and I mean, maybe even down the line, there could be something where you don't even need to get a disc anymore. You can get best picture and sound online. You download
and maybe that thing begins with K.
I was going to say it already exists, but
well, no, but that's a a fairly expensive ecosystem to get into. But why not do that? You can basically do the same thing. Like, look at Netflix did it. I used to save money that way with Netflix by renting my Blu-rays. Blu-rays at one time, obviously, were the best possible quality out there, right? So I couldn't afford to buy Blu-rays all the time. So I had my Netflix subscription, and you put it in the mail and you get another one. And that's how I did it. And it worked. Well, why not? Why can't we do the same thing with like Apple or, you basically you have, the HT guys were talking about it, and other people have been talking about it. You have 500 and you can have a 500 gigabyte hard drive on these little tiny Apple TVs. There's no reason you couldn't download a movie at a time and watch it. It'd be like, okay, it doesn't have to be as fancy as a Kaleidescape. It can but to get the same quality for that one movie.
Right.
So why couldn't you do that? And I see no reason why you can't have that kind of a system. And have the best possible quality, yeah, you don't own it. You don't have it in-house all the time. But that's not always the most important part, if you're trying to save money. If you want to collect them, here's the price, and we collected Laserdiscs, and those were expensive.
They were
40 to $50 in the 90s was a lot more money than 40 to $50 now.
It's more, I'm not even like bemoaning the Steelbook and the cost of the Steelbook. It's the scarcity in the lack of availability. Like if it's $50 and that's it, well then, hey, look, I just have to bite the bullet and I have to pay the $50. But that's MSRP and whatever. I'll make my decisions. But I'm not paying 2-3 times above that because somebody has manufactured scarcity, So that's what I think is bad for the hobby or the industry in general.
But then the market being sold like that, and people like us talking about it, not that the studios watch the show, but if you see, like, say you put out a limited edition for Tombstone and it sells right away, and you see the aftermarket buying them all up at twice the price, well, you're going to print more next time and sell them at what they don't want to do is they don't want to print twice as much and not make their money. Because you know what I mean? They want to get so they got to keep it limited, but at the same time, how do they do that and still, because if you don't put it as limited, why are they charging $55? Right.
But the thing is, these things aren't even lasting. Like that came out like a week ago. A lot of these are pre-sold out before release day, and then you never can get them from day one on.
That's why I always pre-purchase on Kaleidescape.
I know, because they might run out.
Are we talking? I'm sorry, guys, because while I was trying to dial in, I missed a couple of minutes before I dialed in. Are you talking about a particular title, John?
I was talking specifically about like Master and Commander, Kingdom of Heaven, Tombstone, these things that are getting Steelbook only limited releases here. There's been like half a dozen of them recently. Yeah. And the funny thing is these are all things that are getting standard releases over there in the UK, and you guys aren't having prices for them. And it's almost cheaper for me to import Tombstone from the UK than it is for me to try to buy the Steelbook version here. So, which is just
the way the prices are going, it'll be cheaper to just invent a time machine, go back and actually watch it happen for real.
True. And then with who know, we have the T word, but when the tariffs start kicking in, well, then it's not as easy to import them either. So it's going to be expensive, So
quite. Yeah, it is weird though, because again, here's us talking about why or speculating as to why the studios might what their economic model is, what their rationale would be for this,
right?
And yet it appears to be on the face of it with Kingdom of Heaven, Master and Commander. I mean, notice those are Fox discs, by the way.
Right.
So we're probably talking only one studio maybe in particular, but it does make you wonder why the economic model is different in the US as it is to the UK.
Right.
Or I suppose Europe. I mean, they ship them all over Europe. It's not the covers are slightly different, but the disc is stamped for all over Europe. So that would be another interesting question as to why they do that. But Master and Commander and Kingdom of Heaven, of course, are both Fox discs.
Yeah.
So, well, 20th Century Studios, we're calling them now.
And Tombstone as well, right? Isn't Tombstone?
I thought. Oh, do you know what? You could be. I think you might be right there, actually. Yeah.
So maybe all of these.
Hollywood.
I was talking about those. Yeah. There was like A Knight's Tale was another one.
Yep.
That's Sony, though. I think. I think that's Sony.
But like I said,
but of course, that's different distributors.
And again, they're all catalog titles. They're not even new release titles. They're all things that technically they didn't even have to go back and do. So
yeah. Although you were finding that with Death of a Unicorn, though, as well, weren't you? Which we only talked about last week, where we've got a 4K version here, you haven't got there.
Yeah.
So yes, it's odd, isn't it? It's a funny time at the moment.
Yeah.
the way they're releasing these things. But I mean, I get your frustration 100%. It does seem odd. Although with the prices of the standard editions are high over there, aren't they?
Well, they are.
I mean, we have
now the new releases now are probably $29 is the average for a new release 4K, which is up like $4 or $5 from a year or two ago. So
yeah, because they haven't changed noticeably here. I mean, there were two in terms of your standard releases. Again, Steelbooks are different, special editions are different, but in terms of the pricing structure here for new releases, it's either $19.99 or $24.99 for a single standalone Arrow, whatever it might be. And by the way, guys, I can't see the chat. Of course, I'm on the phone, so forgive me if I'm being corrected in the chat. I can't see any of it.
I can't see anything. My whole screen went black.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I can hear you, but I can't see anything. So,
oh geez,
oh man, oh gosh, sorry guys, sorry. Right, okay.
It's not.
I don't think it was you, Steve.
No, it's not you because you're coming through the Roadcaster. I have the Roadcaster Bluetooth to my phone.
Yeah, this happened after you were on. It's got
okay.
You're not causing any more bandwidth. You're just coming through on mine.
My screen glitched and went black, and I can still hear you, but I can't see anything. So,
it's pretty amazing that I can connect at all.
Yeah. Well,
as you said, I did hear you say so YouTube. All the different channels I subscribe to on YouTube. Okay, this is what we call Sod's Law here, but Murphy's Law over there, perhaps. Right. There of all the different YouTube channels that I subscribe to, there are only two that appear to be blocked by the Wi-Fi here. One is Fail Army, and the other one is this one.
Right side.
Jeez,
that's funny.
I don't know why. I've been trying to work out why it is blocked. But no, because we're not down as a what would you say, like an adult content?
No, we're
channel
PG,
by any means. So I did check. We're not.
Yeah.
So I can't work out why that is, but it's the Wi-Fi. It's not any settings from your end. It's the Wi-Fi here. It's just really weird.
Yeah.
And it's also very slow as well. It's only up to about 20 meg. So it's not, I'm in the middle and I'm in the middle of nowhere. So it's pretty, and I'm only being able to call you now using Wi-Fi calling because there's no signal.
Oh jeez. Well,
so that we connected at all is a minor miracle.
Yeah. I just tried this out at the end of last week's show, connected my phone Bluetooth to the Roadcaster, and I'm like, all right, that works. And then, that's why I said, I'm like, hey, I forgot all about it. And I was like, hey, try calling. And then, so we got
but the only problem is the whole of Texas has gone dark.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's one of our littler states.
Not many people here, so
no biggie. Right. No biggie.
I just got an impression of some sort of like breaking news. It's all over, CNN and NBC. Texas has gone dark.
But that'll completely disconnect me in messaging.
Yeah, that'll drop you out.
Oh, man.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
I'm hoping.
And by the way, it is odd. It's odd talking like this without any. You talk about non-verbal communications. NVC, being able to see people when you talk to them. Yeah. It's very odd talking to you guys over the phone. I've got none of that.
Isn't it weird when you're used to seeing the person and talking to them, and now you're on the phone? It's talk about technology advancements. Like it used to be like, oh my God, I can hear you. I'm on a phone. And then when we went to the cordless phone, it was like, I'm not even connected to anything. I can walk around my kitchen. Oh, sorry, kitchen's too big. You can't hear me now. Let me get back in range. Oh, God.
Well, genuinely, guys, what you might hear in the background, you may be able to pick it up. You might hear cows mooing and sheep bleating as well. That's how middle of nowhere we're talking here.
Oh, my God.
Genuinely, there is a herd of cows that I could hit with a stone. I'm not, but I'm close enough to be able to do that. So if you hear farmyard animals,
are you in my neighborhood? We have cows down the street. There's a farm down the street with cows.
Man, yeah.
Tons of them.
But they're right there. They're right there.
Nice. And salamanders.
I thought, well, they're
no salamander.
I'm not even sure that's a joke anymore, John. Yeah. Deej is not in the mood for that.
No, not in the mood. Oh my God!
I'm here to.
But like I said, if you hear farmyard, Go on, John. Go on, man.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, I'm here to push buttons. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chew bubble gum and push buttons.
That's
I'm
it.
all out of bubble gum. But yeah, so if you hear farmyard animals, that's why, because I am absolutely in the middle of nowhere.
Jeez.
But I'm sure it's
All
relaxing.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Well, while you're here, Steve,
Oh yeah, hey man,
let's get
Yeah.
to the chat. I'll since
Okay.
John's in the dark.
you're gonna have to do
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah, I
have
can't.
to do it. Coming in hot this morning at 9:21 a.m. my time. TSG Spartan. They had a
Hey,
lively
look,
chat going. TSG, Mikey Schramm was dropping in. They were chatting. Dom Harper is in. Captain AC3. Let's see. Kenny dropped in at 11:24, talking about seeing Naked Gun in cinemas last night. They had I briefly caught a conversation in there about how it's nice to see people going to see the quote unquote lighter movies, in the theater, like comedies and stuff. Nice to see comedies coming back. Steve dropped in, is in the chat. Steve George dropped in at about 1:19 my time. Yep.
So I'm still trying to work out how to get access to it.
Yep. Galactu K, that's Carl being cute with his name. I don't even know what that means. Galactic K. I get it. I don't. Here we go. Jordan's in there. Jordan's in the chat. Again, John Mensor's in the chat. The Dark Side of Home Theater mentioned in there somehow. Let's see. Paul Hurt's in there. I saw him earlier talking. And here we go. Getting towards more recent. John Mensore, Captain Hasty. Who else? Oh, Rachel. There we go. Rachel's in. I need music to go along with this, because now the conversation is just going. It's all the people. Here I gotta go faster. Oh my god, you gotta slow down. Oh, Blind Guy, is he? Yeah, Blind Guy in the chat. And
New guy?
I think so. I wasn't sure if he was
nice.
new, or I lose track of these things. But yeah, so there you go. That's the chat for this week so far. Oh, Bill McAllister. Bill McAllister just dropped in too a little while ago. So there we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting that you guys start the show talking about physical media when the most exciting release of the week is not physical media.
Yeah.
Because this time tomorrow, I will have seen Alien Earth. And I may have to go and try and find somewhere that's got fast enough Wi-Fi to download it.
Oh,
yeah.
But I will be. But the second that goes live at 8 a.m. here tomorrow, I will be downloading that to watch that. And by the way, John, you remember we said last week we thought it was week by week?
Yeah.
I have a feeling. Now, don't quote me on this, but I've got a feeling that it might be. I think it's only 6 episodes, but I think it's all at once because the reviewers, and there's loads of them, have seen the whole lot.
Okay.
Now, they don't normally give them access to all of it unless they're dropping it all in one. So, fingers crossed, cause for optimism.
I'll be looking for that
I'm hoping they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll hit it, because it always comes out at kind of midnight Pacific time. So how many hours ahead of Pacific time are you? Because it's the midnight of the day of release there.
Yeah, that's
midnight Pacific time would be
2 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll both be up for that then.
Yeah, I'll be looking to watch it. I'll be looking to watch it tomorrow. And if it's all there, I'll have the whole thing done tomorrow. So
yeah. Oh man. Well, quite. I mean, we get it at a much friendlier 8 a.m. because we're 8 hours ahead of the Pacific. Right. So we, it's much friendlier. But yeah, I have been counting the minutes for that. So yeah, if I've got to go and drive miles and miles to find some sort of Wi-Fi that's quick enough to download it, then that's what I'm doing.
You'd be driving with glasses trying to catch a signal.
Internet cafe or something.
Phone out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Internet cafes, Deej. Internet cafes.
Yeah.
2000 calling it once it's technology back.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically what you're doing. You're driving around looking for a place.
Yeah, true.
Who's got internet? Who's got internet?
Yeah. Do you reckon I can hook the sheep and the cows up to some sort of treadmill? They can do it fast enough to,
What are you
power
doing
it.
on your vacation? Talking about sheeps and cows? This isn't good.
Yeah, it's because I'm in the middle of nowhere.
That's where I live,
middle of
Steve,
nowhere.
in the middle of nowhere. That's
Yeah, this is nowhere plus.
oh, okay, yeah, that's tough.
Because you're in the middle of nowhere, but you've got what, a gig Wi-Fi at least.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we have
I'm in
a
the
gig
middle of
over here,
nowhere
yeah.
with
Dial up.
technology from what.
You got to
Yeah,
get one
well,
of
I'm not even
those.
sure we've got that.
You got to get a Starlink, like I have at my other house. Yeah, and
True.
you get
That
200.
would be good.
Yeah, you get 200. Yeah, 200 download. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although that's quite an expensive purchase just for a week.
Well, yeah. Well, if you travel enough, they do actually.
True.
I think they just did have a sale or something like that where it was almost free. They were like giving it away with the subscription. Yeah, something like that. I thought I already had one, so I was like, oh, okay. But they do have a travel one too for campers, and it's smaller, and you just pop it up, and you could use that right now.
Yeah, well, that would be good. Yeah. If you could just call Mr. Musk, ask him if he could just helicopter one to me, that would be lovely.
Have it shipped right out. I'll have it there. No problem. Overnight.
Have it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man. But yeah, so this is the Back and Beyond. So it's but it's good to be able to at least join in. But I probably won't stay for the whole show, guys, because I need to get there's some stuff here I've got to sort out.
Okay.
I wanted to kind of jump on just to see if I could do it.
Yeah. No, this works. This is nice. We can get phone calls. I got to come up with a ringtone or something like a.
Yeah.
Does that work?
You can dial it in.
That one doesn't work. That doesn't sound like. Bring.
That's a can of worms you're opening, though. If people can dial in.
Taking phone calls.
Yeah.
Up next, caller.
You're on the air.
Caller, we'll take caller number 12 next.
Oh God.
Midnight Caller. Is that what it was? What was the TV show with the is it Midnight Caller? Is that the one? Oh, I can't remember. Where it would end with he was a late night radio DJ or something. It was a
Sounds
TV
familiar.
show drama thing. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, wrong. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay, guys. Well, look, I might just disappear if that's okay, because
That's great.
It's gone 10 o'clock here.
Enjoy
and,
the rest of your vacation.
like I said, I just jumped in to say hi. Yeah, no, thanks, man. And obviously, John, we need you back on ASAP. Get the 6 weeks out of the way, and then we need you back.
Yeah.
Do my best.
Because Deej and I will just do 4-hour shows. We need you.
We need the stability, the foundation.
We need you to be the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, the referee. The voice of reason, definitely, between our two versions of events.
Oh God.
Kicking DJ
right,
under
guys.
the desk across the country.
Yeah. Move on.
Hey.
So.
All right, guys. Well, listen,
All right.
but I'll be back next week. If you'll have me, I'll be there.
All right. Yeah. If I have you,
with-
you've got plenty of movies racking up already. So. Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
saying that earlier.
And there will
before we
be-
get on.
Yeah, there'll be plenty more next week as well. So yeah, lots to go through. All right,
Yep.
guys.
All
Well,
right.
enjoy the rest of the show.
Take care.
I'll be in the chat if I can. And but yeah, and John, hope the training goes all okay, buddy. All right.
Thanks, sir.
All
Yep.
right. Later, Steve.
All right. Cheers,
Talk to you,
guys.
buddy.
All the best, fellas. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was different.
Unexpected.
Unexpected. Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Like, I wasn't sure. Like, I knew we could hear him because I tested that part with just music on my phone earlier. And then I was like, but is it going to be able to go back to him? Like the audio go back? I didn't know. And then you can hear it. I can. Oh, it's so good.
Work like a charm.
Yep. So we're going to start taking next caller.
Yeah.
That would be so funny. Like, hello.
Fraser Crane, I'm listening.
Yeah, exactly. The 12th caller wins. And be like, we're sitting here waiting. Okay, we've had 2.
Yeah. 12 is ambitious.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't ever want to give the prize away, the trick is to put a number higher than
listeners.
than listeners, right? So we got 30. So caller 35 next.
Right, exactly. It's worth it to listen to the live show because you could call it. Well, we got to give out the number. That's dangerous.
Right side chat. You're caller number 3. Right side chat. All right. I think we've wrung all we can wring out of that bit.
All right.
Who's
All
on
right.
first?
Yeah, yeah. Let me touch on this one quickly. John Mensore sent me a podcast to listen to, Front Row podcast, and I listened to it earlier today. It's like an episode, everything you ever wanted to know about projectors, almost. It was really good. It's
Yeah.
like I was chatting with John about it earlier. It's like it was on YouTube, not YouTube, sorry, on iTunes, the Front Row podcast, AVS forum. And yeah, they started with the history of like where, the idea of a projector came from, where it came from the theaters, what they used, why. I mean, it's all like I said to John before I even listened to it, I was like, it's probably going to sound a lot like me and Jim Doolittle talking, and that's, all the stuff that he had taught me. And it was, but it's really, really good, really informative. A lot of, they get into the nitty gritty of, no pun intended with nits there, but with everything. And even like, 24, why did they come up with 24 frames per second? And it's like most people, he does a really good job describing it, but I mean, most people know it's the absolute minimum before you can start to see, the human eye can notice judder, but it was for pricing. And one of the things, when you listen to the podcast, it's funny. It's like everything comes down to money. And it's so funny because everybody's like, it's so disappointing. Everything comes down to money. Well, what? like how else do you think things work? Like it has to. It's like,
that's the whole world.
It's like, yeah, exactly. And if it's not money per se, it's trading of something, right? It's like, barter system, money, whatever. It's like, it's trading of something. It's like, people aren't doing this out of the goodness of their heart. It's like, of course it comes down to money. If you could save money here, you'll do this. And if you got more money for this, it's how things work. But it really is. It's like, it was really interesting. And, like I said, if you want to know more, not just about projectors, like they say at the end of it, like if you've been listening to this and you're not really into projectors, sorry, but it is, even if you're not into projectors and you're into home theater, it's good to listen to because it gives you the basis of kind of how we got to where we are today. We have big screens today that are 85, 100 inch that for under $2,000 at some point. So, but that wasn't always the case. And we used to John and I dreamt of having a projector and they were hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
and that was just to get basically to try and get like an 80-inch screen or something. And you were like, oh my God, that's huge. And, but to see where it came from and the idea of it. And there were a couple of things in there that I hadn't heard before because it was more of a modern technology of, like, where do they get like, why is, a certain thing, like why is certain things like 100 nits? Why do they pick that? Why do they do that? And sometimes there's an actual reason, and other times it was like, I don't know, sounds good to me.
That's where the dartboard landed.
Exactly. So there was a lot of really good information. So yeah, definitely check that out. And thanks for sending that along, John. Let's see, what do we got? Anything going on in the chat? It's hard to talk and read the chat at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Eating all day. Oh, Alien Predator fans have been. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to keep up. So, all right. Let's see. What do you got, John? What do you want to do first?
Doesn't matter. Just tell me what you're throwing up there, because I
What
don't.
do you see? Can you see that?
No. I mean, just tell me what it is.
Oh, all right.
My screen is black.
Oh man, that stinks.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get the. Here we go. So
you'll have to spoil the title, but look at that.
It's up.
As soon as you pop that up, my screen came up.
Well, there you go.
Awesome. All right. I'm good to go.
All right. So do you want to say it?
I will. Yeah.
The audio only people on Friday are like, okay, it's good. You can see it, John. We can't hear you.
Yeah. No. Well, I was just applauding the fact that I could see it. So anyway, this is a movie called The Beast Within. I watched this on Hulu. This stars Kit Harington of Game of Thrones fame, and then a bunch of people that I wasn't familiar with. But this is kind of a Wolfman Beast Within in the title.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like a a werewolf story, I guess.
Yeah.
They never really say quite what he is. He just has the beast within, but it's sort of a wolf. So you don't see it a whole lot, but anyway, like I said, this was on Hulu. It came out in 2024, so it's relatively new, but I had never heard of this. It just kind of popped up because I've been watching a lot of horror lately, and this was recommended. Again, Hulu, this was 4K, 5.1, upmixed to Neural X. Home theater wise, this was surprisingly good. It upmixed really well with Neural X. There's a lot of foresty scenes and things like that, and you get a lot of ambient forest noise, and you can hear people walking and creaking in all of your surround speakers and things. So
nice.
It was pretty good. It was a pretty good home theater experience. I can only imagine a physical release, if one exists, would be pretty good. I don't know if it would ever be like it wouldn't be anybody's top 10 of the year disc, I don't think, but I imagine it would be pretty good. And picture wise, it was really good, really nice. Super sharp. Again, it's a new movie, so you would expect it to be. That's as far as my praise for this movie will go.
Okay. Here we go.
I ran out of fingers and toes to count the amount of problems I had with this movie. It was not good. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Honestly, this was horrible. I couldn't in good conscience recommend it to anybody. Like I said, decent home theater experience. Really not a good movie. It just was so convoluted. Again, this is supposed to be horror. There's no horror here at all. He might transform into the beast. Maybe you see him twice. I'm not even sure that you see him that many times. I don't know where the story was going, what the point of this whole thing was. And every decision that every character made in this movie was wrong. Like, just no family would act the way these people acted in the face of this curse or whatever you call it. And again, you don't even know, because they never really explain it. You don't know where it came from. You don't know why how he became this, other than that it's in the family, so it's been passed down generations. So I guess lycanthropy is genetic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It didn't really do anything to explain anything about why he was this. And like I said, the dialogue, the acting, everything about this was bad. So I had already added it to the folder before I finished. I take the picture before I watch it and I put it right in the folder.
Yeah.
I almost went back in and took it out because I almost didn't want to talk about it. But I figure if I could save anybody the hour and 37 minutes.
If I could save one person,
in their
it will have been worth it.
If I could save 1 hour and 37 minutes out of somebody's life, it will be worth the pain that I put up with to watch this movie. So,
wow.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Don't recommend.
Don't recommend.
Yeah.
Jordan saying in the chat, The Beast Within is available to watch on Paramount Plus here in the UK, probably because we don't have Hulu in the UK.
Yeah. In Paramount Plus, you may actually get Atmos and Dolby Vision on Paramount Plus, because a lot of their newer releases do have it. But it was not good.
Oh, man.
So
that's too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, don't recommend.
Don't recommend.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Hey, they can't all be gems.
They can't.
Oh, well. That's all right.
The Beast Without, yes.
The Beast.
See, that's funny. As soon as you took that down, my screen went black again.
Really? So you can't see us, is what it
no.
is.
I just can see. Yeah, I guess I can just see the.
Can you see me now? I put myself full screen.
I do not. No.
Okay. What about? No. Okay. Oh well.
It's weird. I don't
that
know
is
what
weird.
would cause that.
Yeah, that is weird.
But as soon as you took that down, my picture lost my picture again.
Yeah,
So,
that's funny. Oh well. All right. Well, I have this next one. Yeah, I guess I'm a glutton for punishment.
oh,
You'll see in a second.
I still haven't seen this.
Yeah, you still haven't seen it. So, well, yeah. After my review
And
of
I can
seeing
see
it in the
this again.
theater, why would you run out and see it?
I mean, I still want to watch it though.
Yes,
I
you do.
have, yeah, I have.
You
not.
do. So I'm talking about Jurassic World Rebirth. Dropped on Kaleidescape last week. 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, all the goodies. And yeah, it is, as a home theater experience, everything you could ask for. It has great pans. There was some really nice, there's a pterodactyl. It's not a pterodactyl. It's a giant. I forget what they call the thing, but it's giant, right? So it's a huge version of the pterodactyl. And that particular scene, there's a lot of nice overhead pans and stuff from front to rear. And like I said, after seeing it in the theater, I thought this would be a lot of fun at home, and it was. And the first third of the movie that I talked about in the theater that was a little bit more unique than any of the other ones, Jurassic movies, I should say, because it wasn't really unique to a Steven Spielberg type movie. But it was unique to the Jurassic franchise, and it was good. And the HDR on that, so they're in the ocean at the time, and the HDR, I thought, really enhanced it over what I saw in the theater, which is like looking through the water and looking at some of the creatures coming up alongside. There's one particular one where you're looking right into an eye. Lots of great detail, good black levels. I thought it was just a lot of fun. It's what you expect, and the fun that you're going to have in your theater. It's definitely worth that. If you're a completionist, it's definitely worth picking up to own all of the Jurassic, movies. But the movie itself isn't one of my favorite Jurassic movies. It's just, even though it has Scarlett Johansson in it.
Yeah, which, goes a long way.
Yeah, it does. And from what I heard, she really wanted to be in the franchise.
Yeah.
Like she wanted this. So, but yeah, there's so many, like I said, I can't wait for you to see it and see the beginning scene that I'm talking about and be like, this whole entire thing is based off of that, going wrong.
Right.
But yeah, it was, like I said, really good bass that you can feel, under the seat, into the chest, differentiating between the two as well. There's one particular scene where a character is off, you gotta go. So he goes off to the side and to take a pee. And something happens behind him, and it's jarring. It's like, whoop. I mean, the sound in the room makes you jump. It's not necessarily a jump scare that way, but it's more of like just the feel and how it comes up through the seat. I thought that was really cool.
Right.
Yeah. So definitely, like I said, if you're a completionist and stuff like that, pick it up, home theater wise, but movie itself, leave your brain at the door and just enjoy.
Well, I mean, there is a new 7-film box set that they've announced, but,
So
you don't
for those of
anybody
you out there that have
the
yet
other
to
sticks,
that has yet to pick up a Jurassic movie,
right?
It's like
I don't know who's. Yeah, well, I mean, there's always somebody, right?
Yeah, it's like, what movies?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And this isn't going to be the one that gets you. I got to buy the rest.
If this is the one that hooks you on the franchise, and you feel like you have to buy the other 6.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God, Scarlett Johansson's in it. I got to get the rest.
Yeah.
She's not in them.
Where she's not. Yeah, where she isn't.
Where she isn't. So, oh well. But all right, that's enough about that. I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait for you to see it. That's what's going to be fun.
Well, I'll most likely be renting it, or watching it on streaming. But
yeah. All right. In this one here. Can you see it?
I can.
Oh, you can now.
Well, I can see. Yeah, that's weird, Nick, because now I can see
Oh, good.
everything else. Like I can see all the whole thing is here except for
Us.
except for us.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going on. Again, I probably just need to refresh everything, but
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Jordan in the chat saying Jurassic World Rebirth may not be the best Jurassic Park sequel, but it's definitely an entertaining watch. Yeah, it definitely is. I think what hurts it are the rest of the movies, because all the way through your movie, all three, you're like, okay, I saw that scene before. I've seen this scene before. Seen this scene, but and that's if it was the first one, you'd be like, this is awesome. This is a lot of fun. Right. It's just that it's like it just felt over and over. I felt like, here we go again. Oh yeah, I get that one. Must go faster. Stuff like that. So, all right, you ready?
I am. All right. So this was another Netflix film. I mean, a Hulu film that I watched. This one was called In the Lost Lands. This is pretty new movies from 2025. This one stars Dave Bautista and Mila Jovovich. If I said that correctly, I don't know. This is more of a fantasy kind of adventure, not horror movie. But this... well, I guess since I started the other one with the home theater part, I'll start this one that way too. So again, Hulu 4K 5.1 upmixed to Neural X. Another pretty decent home theater experience. I don't think it was actually as good as The Beast Within as far as the audio goes, but it was still pretty good. There were some scenes where there was a really good engagement on the surround speakers. There was some good Atmos, or I guess atmospheric effects. So again, not bad for the home theater. Visually, again, probably on par with Beast Within. I mean, it was pretty sharp, looked pretty good. Not quite as colorful, because this one takes place in my favorite setting, like a post-apocalyptic future world. So it was kind of dark, and yellows and deserty. But for some reason in this post-apocalyptic future, we also have like witches and magic and monsters. So I don't know if that was a side effect of whatever nuclear a catastrophe caused this, or whether it was just part of the fantasy setting here. But anyways, this similarly is not a great film. The acting,
tough week, buddy.
In the writing, and again, I went into both of these movies knowing what the kind of IMDb or Rotten Tomatoes scores were. So like I wasn't surprised by either one of these, but anyways, again, pretty bad acting, pretty bad writing, not even the greatest of special effects. But unlike The Beast Within, I actually had a pretty good time with this.
Oh, really?
Again, it's not good at all. Don't get me wrong. But but the action, some of the scenes and some of the story points, I actually didn't mind this. I don't know that I'll go back and ever rewatch it again, but I did find myself having a lot more fun with this movie than I did with Beast Within. Because again,
which one did you watch first?
This one, actually, In the Lost Lands.
Okay.
I did watch this one first. I watched Beast Within just yesterday, actually. I was looking for something else. I can't even remember what I was looking for, and I just kind of stumbled across it. And I was like, oh, Kit Harington. I said, it looks like a werewolf. I like werewolf stuff. I'll give this a watch. But yeah, Lost Lands. Again, don't go into this expecting a good movie, but I had fun with it. Like I said, some of the action scenes, some of the, like I said, some of the story points, I had a good time with. So, take that for what it's worth. I'm not recommending anybody go watch it necessarily, But if you come across it, you know, I've had worse times watching movies. So
Yeah, say the last one.
yeah,
Beast
yes.
Within.
I wasn't sure which order we were going to talk about these. So
Yeah.
it could have gone either way.
Well, yeah.
But like
Jordan,
this one's definitely more fun. So
Jordan says he was one of the few people to see In the Lost Lands at the cinema.
right.
He said, had the entire screen to myself. I own a cool HMV exclusive version of the physical 4K release.
So he must have at least partially enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it, yeah.
If he bought the physical release. TSG says he got 20 minutes in and switched it off. So
He might go back.
maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, again, I'm not recommending you to go back, but
Right.
but like I said, it's kind of wacky, but it was fun.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's you do have enjoyable ones in there, don't you, John? In our bright side home
I know I
theater
do it.
podcast.
Hey man, you know, they come how they come, you know.
I know.
I just watch what I watch.
Yeah, exactly. I was just doing a little Jeff
A little
Goldblum
bit of
for
Jeff
you.
Goldblum.
Yeah.
I caught the reference.
Yeah, they all good. There you go.
Yeah.
You get what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we are who we are. The professionalism.
Yeah. And there it's gone again. So
There I'm gone again. All right. Let's see. Where did this one go? I added it to the show. All right. I gotta find it. Why isn't anything dropping the way I want it to? Nothing works the way I want it to. There it is. All right. There we go. So I talked about this one last week at the end of the show. Oh, you see it now?
yeah, well, I can see I can't see the
that's
stage for some reason.
Right.
Like, it's just black.
Yeah.
But I can see the slides under. I couldn't see them before, but now I can.
Now you can.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right. So let's pull this one up. So this is Hazard on it's on iTunes, Amazon Prime. I bought it there, both of them. And it's starring Alex Rowe and Sosie Bacon, Dave Davis. Directed by friend of the show, Eddie Mensore, John Mensore's brother.
Yeah.
And so I had talked about this briefly last week and finished it just today, as a matter of fact. And it, I mean, like I was saying last week, it's, John said in the chat last week, shot in 1080, 5.1, upmixed, really, really nice. I'll talk about that in a second. But I mentioned last week that I thought it looks fantastic. I have a 110-inch screen. Yes, I do have a Lumigen in line with the projector, and it looks gorgeous. The colors look good. There's a night shot, not a night shot, but like almost like a sunset shot, and the sky, the gradation of the sky going from like, you get your bluer up here and then down to the reds. No banding, no nothing. I mean, it was just gorgeous. Which I might be because it is in 1080. So like if you shot that in 4K, maybe that would be harder to stream, right? But in 1080, it just looked beautiful. And the contrast is really, really nice. And the reason I'm saying all this is there's a ton of close-ups in this movie. And Eddie was pulling in tight on faces, on hands, on actions being done. So this is a movie, I'll read it. In a struggling Appalachian town ravaged by opioids, a former addict turned dealer risks everything to keep his family together. As the crisis escalates, he's forced to choose between survival and redemption. Oops, we lost John. I start to read and John drops out. So John will be back, I hope. Otherwise, I'm going by myself. Yep. John Mensore in the chat is saying HD, but Eddie did shoot it in 4K.
Sorry.
Oh, John's back. There we go.
It finally crashed.
There we go. Can you see everything now?
Yeah.
What's that?
I said, yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
See everything.
So Eddie's saying he did shoot it in 4K. and then it streams in HD. So he did shoot in 4K, and that's why it looks probably just looks like I said, it looks gorgeous. The colors, the contrast, and then when he's shooting the close-ups and he's getting focused in, and then background or whatever is blurred, and all of the way that it's shot, it looks phenomenal. It's a difficult watch. It's a difficult movie to watch. Very emotional, very well done. The main actors do a great job. You have your peripheral ones, like you go into a store to buy and you could tell, okay, it's a little bit, sketchy. But it is really, the movie itself, by the end of it, you're just like, you're drained. It is a difficult movie. I like to, it's kind of, I don't want to talk spoilers or anything like that, but there's one particular scene that I thought Eddie did a great job with, where it's a very difficult scene to shoot, even for this movie. And he did a great job, but still kept the emotion, kept the impact and everything like that. So I thought that was really cool, really well done editing wise. And you're just like, oh, you didn't see that one coming.
Right.
But yeah, so really, really good. I highly recommend it. You can rent it. I think it was like, I can't remember what it was to rent, like $5.99, something like that. Or maybe, did I say it was $9.99? I forget.
I know.
Or you can buy it for $14.99. So I bought it twice.
Nice.
Hopefully someday we get a physical release of it, like we did like Mine 9, because Eddie also did Mine 9, which I talked about in a previous show.
Right.
And this one here is about miners, getting injured. He gets injured. The main character gets injured. That's how he ends up on, the drugs and stuff. And and there are some shots of mining and stuff. So a little callback to Mine 9 there.
Cool.
But really, really good. Really highly recommend. But it is one that it's, put your serious hat on, because it's a difficult, especially if it hits home in any way. If you know anybody dealing with not just this, but any addiction or anything like that, and how difficult it is, and trying to, family and everything like that. So really tough, but very, very well done. So check it out. Check it out. All right. Let's see. Now back to H2. Yeah. All right. Now, is this one going to be any better for you?
Well, we'll see.
Oh, wow. You're keeping me in suspense.
I am.
Look at you.
Well, I already answered that through a text chain, so you should know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Saving the best for last.
But
I guess. I don't know. There you go. All right.
So this is Until Dawn, which is a movie Steve talked about last week. Now, I watched this on Netflix, 4K, all the Dolbys, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos.
Yep.
So I guess funny. Well, I was to say funny story, but it's not really that funny. So story about this.
Story.
Yeah. So right before last week's show, I had actually saved this on Netflix to watch after the show, not knowing that this was something Steve was going to talk about. And then while Steve was talking about it, I wasn't sure that it was the same movie. Like, I was like, I think that's the one that I'm going to watch later, but I'm not 100% sure. And then, so of course, sure enough, after the show, when I went to watch it, I said, oh, this is the same one that Steve talked about. So this is, like Steve mentioned, for all intents and purposes, horror Groundhog Day, right?
Yeah.
So Steve kind of went through it all last week, so I'm not going to go into it in super detail, but our group of intrepid explorers find themselves in a situation where they're reliving the same night over and over again. It's a horror setting, and they're getting killed one by one every night, and then being kind of reborn at dawn and having to do the whole thing again the next night. And each night it's different, right? The tropes are different. So one night it's zombies, one night it's killer clowns, one night, it's kind of, again, Steve said last week, but it mixes a whole bunch of horror tropes together. So going into this, like, obviously we know it's kind of Groundhog's Day. They don't. They sort of start figuring it out as they realize, I think I just got killed and now I'm alive. What's going on? This is horror, but not like, I don't know. It's not super horror. I mean, like I said, the tropes are there. It is a bit gory, but it's never like creepy or scary. It's just, it's fun. Like, I had a great time with this movie. I'll put it out there. So of the 3 movies that I talk about, this one is far and away the best. It's super fun in the beginning, the first couple of nights, trying to see how everybody's going to die. Because they're all going to die. It doesn't reset until they all die.
Oh, God.
So everybody's going to get killed, and then they're all going to come back. So the fun of it is just kind of watching all the deaths, right?
Yeah.
But then it kind of switches. And like halfway through, you kind of switch gears and you're like, all right, it's not so much about that anymore. It's what clues are being left behind. What's the mystery? Why is this happening? How are they, quote unquote, going to get out of it if they do? I'm not going to spoil anything. But like, what's the mystery and what's causing all this? And so you kind of shift gears after a while into trying to like figure it all out. But yeah, I thought this was really, really great. I don't know I don't know how rewatchable it is over and over and over again, because once you figured it out, it is fun. Time will tell, I guess, how often I go back to rewatch this. Now, Steve talked about the physical media experience and how this was probably his disc of the year so far. I watched this on Netflix, so it obviously doesn't compare, but even for Netflix, this is very, very good. Like, it is really good. A home theater experience. Again, visually crystal clear, sharp, just excellent, great audio. There's tons of Atmos effects all over the place. And like I said, it really comes through on Netflix. I can only imagine how good it is on, like I said, on the physical media. But I don't know. I really liked it. So,
All right.
again, like I said, of the 3 this week, this was far and away my favorite one. So,
Yeah, it's on Kaleidescape, $25.
Yeah. Again,
Dolby
maybe
Vision,
watch it.
Atmos,
I mean,
4K Vision, Atmos.
yeah, I mean, it's for you. It's on Netflix. I might watch it there.
Come on.
I know how you are. You're just going to buy it. And it is a great home theater experience. You will enjoy that part of it. But knowing that these are not your favorite movies, I don't know that it's worth $25.
Well, I don't mind horror movies. They just have to be good.
Yeah.
Right?
Again, I found it fun. I don't know if it's good. At the end of the day, the mystery, I don't know if it makes total sense, but they do try to explain and have a reason for why this is happening. So I don't know. Like I said, it's worth checking out. So
all right. Well, I mean, it's we'll see. It's like, it is also fun to see something and not like it as much as you guys do.
Right. A la Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, like bring a voice of reason to your your overexcitement. So but yeah, it's like, I mean, they're saying in the chat, it's like Jordan saying, say what you will about Until Dawn film, but there's no denying that the practical and gore effects are awesome.
And it's gory.
Yeah.
It is gory.
And then this is Steve Att says, gore for the sake of gore? Meh. So
but again, there's story there. Like I said, there is story there.
Yeah.
It is, I don't know, again, it is fun because again, it's not the same. Like if you watch any Friday the 13th movie, right? Like, yes, they have creative deaths. Like, they always keep trying to up the game, but it's the same killer and it's really the same thing happening over and over and over again. At least with this, it's like one night it's this, the next night it's that. And they can't really get too used to, like, the next night, they're not trying to run away from Jason again. They're trying to do something different. So
right.
I don't know. I thought it was fun. Say what you know. Say what
All
you
right.
will. But
I will say what I will.
yeah, say what you will.
I don't think I've ever been accused of not saying what
No,
I
you
will.
haven't.
No.
But
You
again,
sound,
you know, and
sound
like
a little
Steve,
sensitive to that, John.
no, but like Steve's
No.
saying, just not my style. Again, if
Yeah.
this is not what you like, then this isn't, you know, this
Right.
isn't for you. You're just not
No.
going to like it. You know, if you
Yeah.
like horror and gore and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff, then it's fun. And it was different. Like I've never seen another horror movie similar, is in the sense that it's like Groundhog's Day. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they
But
even funny enough, they even kind of poke fun at it. They're like, "Oh, this is like that crappy movie where the same day happens over and over again." You know? So
That's good.
Yeah.
But that's something in itself right there. It's like for you to think that it's a unique story and a unique, that's hard to do nowadays.
right.
It's like almost every movie we see, it's like, well, that's based off of this. And it's like, even like, you know, you think of like, go back to where it all started for like Star Wars.
Right.
Well, George Lucas had inspiration off of that to write that. You know,
Well, it's
that's
just
not a
Dune.
unique story.
Really?
What's that?
It's just Dune, really.
Well, yeah, but it's, I mean, yeah, spice trading and all that. I mean, it's, but it's
young boy in the desert.
Yeah.
You know,
that could be a different story.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, everything, it's hard to come up with an original storyline.
right.
Never, but you can come up with an original way to deliver a story, you know, and that's kind of what Lucas did. He kind of changed the delivery method and, you know, revolutionized movie going, really.
I guess now that I'm thinking about it, there is, I guess like something like Happy Death Day or something is probably a similar thing too, right? Because wasn't that kind of the same thing? They keep kind of reliving their birthday and dying over and over again. I've never saw that one, but now that I'm thinking about it, they've probably done other kind of Groundhog-esque horror movies, but this is the one that stuck out for me. So,
all right. Listen, it was a game.
Yes, it's a place. This is a Sony movie. It's based off of a PlayStation game.
Yeah. Steve At's saying another film derived from a game usually doesn't work well for the diehard gamers, but if it works, it works, and no question this sells, and usually cheaper to make.
Right.
So yeah.
And from what I understand, it's not very faithful to the game at all. So, from what I heard, you know, I read, you know, some of the reviews / comments I read after I watched it.
Yeah.
The diehard gamers were not super enamored with this. So,
that's okay. All right. Well, at least you enjoyed it.
I did.
Yeah. Is that all you had this week?
That's all I had.
That's all you had?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I got my last one, and then the one that I'll preview for next week.
All right.
So, can you see this one?
Well, I can see it down there. I can't tell what it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, here we go.
That's what I thought. I kind of thought it was that, but I wasn't sure.
So, yeah, this is Salt with Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
And Liv Schreiber from 2010, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Dropped on Kaleidescape during the week.
This is new on Kaleidoscape?
Yeah, it dropped. I've had it on Kaleidescape. I think I talked about it on the show. But I think it's it just dropped in a new with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. See, that's the thing is I wish they kind of did that. I wish they'd be
right.
like,
you don't
okay,
remember.
I don't know what this because I already owned it.
Right.
Yeah, and it was like upgrade or whatever. But I got 4K, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and so I have you seen this?
I have seen it. It's been a while. I don't remember it a ton, but I have seen it.
It's a spy movie.
Yeah.
Spy movie with a twist, as they all have. And this one is same thing. But Angelina Jolie, I love this movie. I saw it in the theater. I've seen it a few times, more than a few times at home. I know I've reviewed it before on the show. And seeing it again in, with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. I'm not sure if I saw it. I'd have to go back and listen to what I said before. It might have been an Atmos before. But I mean, it sounds really good. I can't say that it's like this, it's not like Lucy or anything like that, but there's some gunfire, there's some, action, sounds good. Dolby Vision looked really good. Everything, the black levels look good. Everything looked good, but it's a fun home theater movie. And but it's not one that you'd be like, it's not beginning to end action or anything like that. It's more of a spy thriller that is, which version of Salt? Jordan's saying in the chat, which version of Salt did you watch, DJ? This film is known for having two very different endings. Well, I don't want to give away the ending. I don't know. I don't know which one I watched. I'm not familiar with the two very different endings.
Right.
I know how this one ended. And yeah, I wouldn't know unless I wanted to get into spoilers here. But
there's like a direct, is there, I guess there's a,
yeah, if you can look that up, John.
well, that's what I'm trying, because like on Amazon, it just says Salt. There's no like director's cut.
Yeah, I haven't heard of anything.
Doesn't say anything. So I don't know where you see the extra ending. Like, where is it available?
Or a different ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, like I said, it's a spy thriller, and there's some twists and turns, and it's a lot of fun. But
this is the unrated version. I'm sorry, not to interrupt you, but it is the unrated version on Amazon, which would lead me to believe that would be the one that would have a different ending, because the theatrical version would have a rating, right? PG or R or whatever it would be. So, does yours show what it is?
Mine's is the theatrical version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got to be as far as I know.
Yeah,
I gotta specify. I just wrote different versions of Salt, and they're like, road salt.
Yeah, you're like Himalayan pink Himalayan salt, iodized.
Yeah, exactly. Alternate versions. Yeah. Let's see, what does it say in here? UK theatrical version was cut for violence. Blu-rays, 3 cuts of the film. The theatrical version 100 minutes. Director's cut 104. Puts changes to existing scenes. An extended cut 101 minutes, including the removal of some scenes and a different ending.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't say
even
what
this
difference is.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
So yeah, this was just the standard.
Now this is a 2-disc set that says 5 hours and 5 minutes. Maybe it has like all 3 versions.
Yeah, that's got to be all of them. That's probably got all of them. Where's the time? 1 hour and 40 minutes. So that's an hour. That's 100 minutes is the version I have.
1, 2, 3 hours. Yeah, It could be 5 hours and 5 minutes. Maybe it's all 3 versions.
Yeah, I just have the theatrical version, which is 100 minutes.
Okay.
So that's what mine comes up as.
Interesting.
Yeah. There are crazy amounts of Salt versions. So John Brockstar is saying there are a crazy amount of Salt versions. Kaleidescape has a few. I didn't see a few. I mean, I own the collectors, not the collectors, the 4K version. But let me look it up.
Right.
Salt. Oh yeah, there's the other version.
Oh, so you probably have access to both of them, huh?
Salt Deluxe. Yeah, I have them both. I already own it.
Yeah, nice.
It's just not downloaded.
Well, watch it for next week and come back and let us know.
Well,
or at least watch the ending.
This one's only HD.
Okay.
HD with 5.1. So
yeah, well, it's probably the same on the 4K. I would imagine the other cuts are on the Blu-ray only.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just guessing because I don't know, but
yeah, I'll have to watch the ending of this one just to see what it is. So, but yeah, so there you go. Thanks, John. I found a movie I already own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and this is the 1 hour and 41. So 1 minute. So yeah, it's funny because when you look on IMDb, it's like the 3 versions there's one, the director's cut's 104 minutes.
Right.
But the extended cut is only 101. But
Yeah,
that
which is
includes
odd.
but that's the one that includes the different ending.
Yeah.
And So the Kaleidescape version that I have is the 101 minute. So I don't have the director's cut version.
Right.
John, DJ, I just found out there are 8 versions of Bloodshot. Get them.
DJ's got them all.
Yeah, exactly. I got them all. I'm the one that made them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Steve Att saying the DVD is 104 minutes. So, yeah, and he says it sounds like the DVD has the alternate ending too, as well. So, yeah, and Steve Att saying the Blu-ray for Salt has all 3 versions.
Has 3 versions.
So,
Okay.
cool.
So more than you ever wanted to know about Salt.
Salt, yeah, more than I ever knew. It's more. I already knew it.
Right.
I own it.
Right.
I've forgotten more than I know.
That's right.
There we go. I've come full circle.
Yeah.
But anyways, having watched this, I always enjoy it.
Yeah.
Have a ball with it. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's out in 4K or with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, or at least with Dolby Vision on physical release. So maybe it's coming, but it did get added to Kaleidoscape. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I upgraded, and so I watched it. And again, like I said, it's not a reference anything scene or picture or anything like that. It does look really, really nice. It's from 2010. It's not perfect. I want to say, like what Steve was saying last week, is kind of like not soft, but it wasn't, it's not what you would typically think of a 4K today.
Right.
But it does look really, really good. And some, explosions, good black levels, good detail, really, really nice. But again, it's one of those movies that you like, if you like spy thrillers and have fun with them,
Right.
leave your brain at the door. And Liv Schreiber. I always want to call him Ray Donovan still.
Yeah.
Like, it's Ray Donovan's
Ray
in this one.
Donovan. Yeah.
No, it's Liv Schreiber,
Yeah.
So, all right. So that one was fun. I don't know why it popped up on Kaleidoscape and I got all excited. I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen this in. I don't know.
I'm looking. 4K disc is Atmos, but not Dolby Vision.
Okay. All right. So, all right. We will wind up with this one, which is a preview for next week. And this has been a long talked about, anticipated movie that so much so that, like we said at the beginning of the show, I sent it to you, you and Steve this morning right after I bought it. I was so excited, I screen grabbed and sent it to you. I was like, look at this. So I'll pull it up right now. We'll talk about it next week, but Greyhound, Sony picture, but was sold to Apple. Right. And it still says right at the front of it, original Apple, Apple TV movie. And this, Tom Hanks. And this was, if you remember the history of this came out during COVID and it was supposed to be released in theaters, and it was sold for, what was it, like $200 million or something like that?
Quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. But basically they sold it to Apple because the theaters weren't open, and instead of waiting, they were like, all right, if you remember back then, Apple TV Plus was just starting out. They needed content and people were stuck at home. And
Right.
So Apple TV, came up with the 200 million and owned the rights to it, put it out. And we talked about it on the show, and I talked about it, and listeners sent me versions of it that were, oh, here's a 4K Atmos and stuff, but it really wasn't. And we've been clamoring for this because it is such a home theater movie, right? Yeah. So it's a Greyhound is the name of the ship. Tom Hanks is like captain of the ship or whatever, and it's World War II, and they've got to cross the ocean and get past the U-boats and all that. So you've got basically all that action going on the ocean. So think U-571 above water, all that stuff, Right. So yes, so Paul Hurt in the chat saying, wait, so Greyhound is on Kaleidoscape? Promising development.
Yep.
Exactly what we thought, Paul. We were like, oh boy. It's like, every Tuesday morning, I pull up my Kaleidescape app and look to see what dropped. And this was the only thing at the time this morning, because sometimes they drop later as the morning goes. And I was psyched. I was like, I wanted to watch it today, but I didn't have time. I did take in some of the scenes because I did review this when it came out. I reviewed the stream way back in 2020.
Yeah.
And it's, we've been wanting, it sounded and looked really good on Apple then. So I really want to get this done and do an A/B of this now and have, now that we have the physical release. It is in Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, all of the good stuff. So I'll talk about that next week. But like I said, I did see a couple of the scenes and they sound fantastic. That one of the scenes I jumped to, I actually I looked up my, what I talked about, and it has the notes, like the timestamps.
Yeah.
And I went to one of the timestamps, and it was I forget what, rockets or something like that. I forget what I labeled it. And there was like the guns on the ship were firing, and different sized guns, and you can the impact that you got with them was awesome. So that particular I can't wait to try that out in an A/B with the Apple, because I'm like, I don't think it does that with the Apple TV,
right?
With that same impact and everything. The picture looked a little hazy at times, what I was seeing. So I want to look into that a little bit more. I know the opening scene, I don't know if you remember, where they had the Christmas tree and stuff, and him and Tom Hanks and Elizabeth Shue. It's a flashback scene.
Yeah.
That looked really nice. I saw that. So that was promising. Some of it was like, to give you that feel that you're there, like you got the water on the camera lens, so you'd see the droplets up close, but then, you're watching the action on the ship. That looked really nice. But there was some of a haze there. I'm not sure if that was because of the scene or what, because like I said, I jumped around a bit. So,
right.
But yes, this is very promising for all of us that want to get physical releases like this. Like, Apple's had this for 5 years.
Yeah, I say it was one of the first movies they really had. So
yeah, it was never meant for streaming. I mean, eventually it would be, but you know what I mean. It was meant. It was
a theatrical film.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a theatrical release. So, but it's.
Which I'm wondering why, again, not to rain on the parade of the development, but I'm wondering if that was part of the deal when they sold it in the first place, because this was what, Sony originally? Maybe it was like, hey, after 5 years, this thing has to come, maybe it was something like that. I don't know. I'm hoping it means good things for future Apple releases, but just kind of the weird background of this one, it might be a special case. So,
yeah, it's it's Studio Sony Pictures. I mean, we've been wanting this for a while. So the explosions look good. What I've seen so far, it looks really, really nice. Jordan again saying in the chat, Greyhound is a really good film. Shame it doesn't have a physical release. Apparently, there's still a sequel in development.
Nice.
It's okay. So
yeah.
But yeah. So yep. DVD only on physical disc. Steve had saying DVD only on physical disc.
Maybe there was a DVD. I didn't even know there was a DVD.
There was nothing better quality than what you got on the stream up until today. So yeah, I'll have an A/B of that next week. Looking forward to sitting down with that. Whoops, wrong button, wrong way. There we go. So, all right, that will be it for this week.
Yeah,
that's it for the studio.
Yeah, sad days.
Yep. Yeah, I got to pack it all up right now.
Yep.
Right now. No,
as soon as I disconnect them, taking it all down.
Yeah, upload all the information for this week, and then we won't be seeing you for 6 weeks, buddy.
Nope.
So unless you could do a call in now.
Well, maybe
from wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, as long as I'm not working.
Yeah. Well, if you get a nice cushy office, like corner office, you can call us.
I get
kick back in your chair.
I get a 3 p.m. lunch break.
Yeah. Yep. So, what do you do? So for work, where you go, you have to go to the training?
It's
Like
it's hybrid.
how far?
It's going to be 2 days in, 3 days from home.
Okay.
So all I know for sure is I show up Monday. I don't even know what days I'll be in and out.
Right.
I with the training, I imagine all of us will have to go in on the same days. But
Yeah.
I know once I get working, I can choose any 2 days out of the 5 that I'm scheduled to go in. As long as I show up 2 days a week, it doesn't matter what days they are. So
okay.
I'll have to figure out which ones are the best days commute wise. But
How far is the commute?
well, without traffic, it's half an hour.
That's not bad.
But I have to be there, like I said, Monday morning at like 7:45, which will, I'll have prime rush hour traffic at that time. So
Yeah.
I'm going to leave at 6:30, give myself an hour and 15 minutes to get there. So
Yeah, at the beginning. Yeah, once you figure it out,
Yeah.
it'll be your first day.
might leave a little bit earlier actually too. So
Yeah, one of my it ended up becoming one of my best friends, Chris. My first day, I worked in a video store,
yeah,
and I was supposed to start. Now this is at Stop and Shop
right.
in Franklin.
Remember.
It was brand new building,
Yeah.
brand new store. Store it wasn't even open yet, and I got hired by a friend of mine, or somebody that worked there that was married to a friend of mine actually.
Right.
He's like, where do you want? And I was like, oh, I'd love to do video. He goes, all right, show up Monday morning, 8 a.m. All right. I woke up at 8:30.
Yeah. Nice. Nice day one.
You're 18 years old.
Well, yeah.
And it's like, oops, I jump out of bed. I did the same thing for a psychology final too.
Yeah. I need this job, so I'm going to show up early.
So I was like, well, here's a little lesson to you kids out there. It's like,
Yeah.
this was a Costanza before Costanza existed. I stroll in. I was like, I panicked. I got up and I was only like 10 minutes away. So, get up, brush your teeth, put your clothes on, run out the door.
Right.
And I'm like, what am I doing? So I slowed down and I'm like, I'll wait. And I walked in at 9 o'clock. And my who's my friend now, Chris, he goes, what are you doing? You're supposed to be here at 8. I was like, oh, they told me 9.
Yeah.
He's like, they did? I go, yeah, when he hired me last week, I was like, they said, be here at 9 o'clock Monday morning. He's like, oh, all right. Well, this is what we're doing over here. Well, I was like, woo.
Yeah. Yeah. If you show up at 8:45, you're like,
right.
Now you're 45 minutes late.
Yeah,
Or
you
15
come in
minutes early,
Yeah, exactly. So I was trying to make it. I think I walked in like 5. I go, oh, sorry. I thought I was 5 minutes early. I thought I was doing good. This is like a year later. I told him, and he's like, oh my God. He goes, I was ready to kill you. I was going to fire you.
Yeah.
He's like, you show up your first day late. I'm like, no, just, just act cool. Act, I'm supposed to be here at 9.
That's great.
So hopefully that doesn't happen to you, John.
Yeah, I hope not.
So, but all right. So, John, 6 weeks. Hopefully, you could drop in with a phone call, or maybe if you're working from home and it's done, you pop in. We're around.
We'll see. We might get done early a day or something. You never know.
How many hours a day is it?
Well, 8 to 5. So,
Oh, wow.
8 to 5. Training is 8 to 5, but I mean, it's a standard 40-hour work week, so 8 hours a day plus an hour built in for lunch. So
every time you say training, Army training, sir.
Yeah.
Just going through my head. So can't help it.
Yeah.
But all right. Signing off from here for the last time. John will be back for sure. He'll be back in 6 weeks, or in some semblance in 6 weeks. Good luck with your training.
Thank you.
In your commute, you can always listen to us. There you go.
That's
it's
right.
like, 4 commutes right there.
I mean, I will get my
commute.
podcast back in now that I've paired. I only listen to one now. I'm going to have to go back to a couple more.
Yeah,
So,
there you go. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody in the chat. Thanks to all the patrons. We'll talk more about that in the weeks to come. But until next time, you know what you got to do.
Go push play.
What he said.
That's right.
Hey, Fred.
This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.